Windows Phone or Android? What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the HTC Titan and the Samsung Galaxy S2 Skyrocket are in the house. And you know what we do? We dogfight them, starting right now. So you got two awesome choices here, but they're two very different choices on AT&T. But before I get into that, special love to Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with, a bunch of phones for use in our One Paw Bandit game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile to get the Titan or the Skyrocket, you're going to walk out working. They're going to help you set up your email, your web, your camera settings. They're going to get this bad boy ready to go for you, so when you walk out the door, you are working at Best Buy Mobile. Two very different software choices, but really when you look at these devices, they're both kind of similar, at least in terms of design. Both on AT&T, and here they are. The HTC Titan, the newest Windows phone, or at least the newest big Windows phone. And like I said, it's available on AT&T. It's packing a 1.4 gigahertz processor, a 4.7-inch display, an 8-megapixel camera on the back with 720p HD video recording. So it's fast and ready to go. Actually, it's a 1.5 gigahertz processor. Sorry, single core though. And that big 4.7-inch display, so even for somebody like me who has pretty long hands, it's kind of hard to bounce back and forth on it. I mean, you can see my thumb travels across okay, but still, even trying to scroll up or down, it's a little bit of a challenge. But still, a beautiful design here with a 1,620 milliamp hour battery, if I remember right. Let's double check. Actually, no, it is 1,620 milliamp hours, if I remember right. So many phones coming out lately, I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe it's a, let's double check. Yeah, 1,600, not 1,620. So 1,600 milliamp hour battery over here on the Titan. And all you YouTube people that hate when I do that, well, I'm sorry, I had to do it because I wanted to give you the right information. Then you have the Samsung Galaxy S2 Skyrocket over here, one of AT&T's 4G LTE devices, one of the first ones actually, that and the HTC Vivid, and it's packing some killer specs out of the box. It's got a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon processor, an 8-megapixel camera, but you get 1080p HD video recording on this, a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED Plus display. See the beauty of Windows phones, it starts up so fast. Isn't that great? And Android 2.3.6, so gingerbread with Samsung's TouchWiz version 4.0 installed. So Windows Phone versus Android. It's dogfight time. Kapow, pow, pow, pow. You get the idea. Anyway, here we go. And you can see the differences between the two devices. First of all, out of the box, you get the typical AT&T stuff on both of these devices. And obviously, you get a very different approach here, even with a skin installed. Now, this is running Android 2.3, but you get TouchWiz 4.0 pre-installed. So you do get a little bit more of a user-friendly experience versus stock Android. But over here, you can see it employs Microsoft's Metro UI, which is a little bit different, and actually a lot of it different actually, than Android or even iOS. So it's got some nice simplicity to it. It feels nice. It's very smooth. If you're looking for something that's consistent between these two devices, you're going to see more over here, because Android, while it does arguably do more, you can run processes in the background, you can hack and root and mod, it is laggy from time to time regardless of which Android device you're using. So out of the box you can see here typical AT&T stuff on both of these. Code Scanner, Family Map, Navigator, UVerse Mobile, but the beauty is on both Windows Phone and on Android, you can uninstall this stuff. So AT&T's really done a good job of listening to their consumers, and they allow you to uninstall that. But you hear that in all my videos, so let's talk a little bit about the specs and the build of these devices. You got a nice metal build quality over here, HTC build with that big wonkin' 4.7-inch display, micro USB charging port on the left side, your 3 capacitive buttons down here in the back, home, and then search. Volume rocker over here, camera shortcut button, which I love those. 3.5mm headphone jack and a power button up top. Then over here, volume rocker on the left side, power button on the right side in typical Samsung placement, 3.5mm headphone jack up top, micro USB charging port on the bottom. Now you get 4 capacitive buttons here. You get menu, home, back, and search. Now you notice there's a dock down here at the bottom with some shortcuts. You can change those around, but out of the box you get, or at least the way I have it configured, phone, messaging, web, and application. Then you can see a notification bar as well. It's a little bit of a difference in terms of design here. You get 4G, you get the signal strength indicator, but it's all about minimalism on the Windows Phone side, because you'll notice that goes away over a period of time, whereas over here, it's all about functionality over form. So that's a little bit different on the Android side. You can see the notification bar up here on the Android side. You got some shortcuts, so Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS flight mode, screen rotation. You don't really get that over here, but you get kind of shortcuts in the form of the tiles. Now this is called Metro UI. It's a Windows Phone thing, and in Windows Phone 7.5 they've expanded upon it pretty drastically. Like you can see, for example, the weather channel tile here. It's flipping back and forth. It's going to show partly cloudy, then it's going to flip back and show the map of Charlotte, and they're called dynamic tiles. So the intent was from Microsoft's perspective at least, you can get all your information from one tile. So you can see the pictures here are moving and shifting around. I can see that I have 4 marketplace updates, and same thing with messaging and a missed call apparently, or a voicemail, one of the two, over here on the AT&T side. So you can see that, you know, it's nice, and it's one of those things where I like it, but you know, once you get a bunch of different tiles over here, they're flipping and moving, and that may be, you know, good for you, but it's a little bit overkill for me when everything's kind of flipping and jumping around like that. But you can see over here, you know, a lot of applications out of the box that are Microsoft type stuff, Xbox Live, you get Office pre-installed, and then you get some other, like I said, AT&T stuff, YP Mobile, which, like I said, the AT&T stuff on both of these devices can be uninstalled. Let's take a look at messaging on both of these and take a look at the interface, because you see some differences between these two over here. And let me jump to messaging over here, and let me get this removed, because as much as I love you guys, I don't want my number showing on YouTube. You never know, crazy people could call. And so you see over here, 4.7-inch display means that whether you're in portrait or in landscape, typing is going to be pretty easy. Now, it always frustrates me on the Windows Phone side where, you know, you've got some buttons over here on the side, you've got some dead space. I wish you could elongate it out a little bit more and make it, you know, make the landscape keyboard a true 4.7-inch display. I wish that would be ideal. So you can see over here, portrait, and we'll type in the Quick Brown Fox, because we're going to bring the Quick Brown Fox back. He's back briefly for vacation. Is back from vacation. Vacation. Quick Brown Fox is back from vacation. So you can see portrait, landscape, pretty easy to type on. There's only one keyboard that comes in Windows Phone, but it's a great keyboard. The autocorrect is fantastic, and we can come over here and easily change, just by tapping on a word, we can easily change it from one thing to the other. The Quick Brown God US back from vacation. And you can see down here, you know, you've got some quick kind of pictures to guide you between attachments and your message send button, and then your voice button. But if you're like, what does that mean? You can click the 3 little red dot, or 3 little dots over here, white dots, and then come over here and see underneath attach, speak, and send. So you get a little bit more of a descriptive analysis of what it is. Over here, 4.5-inch Super AMOLED Plus display. You get 3 keyboards out of the box. You get Android keyboard, Samsung keyboard, and swipe. And then you can see over here, so we're going to type in the Quick Brown Fox. Fox is always hungry. He's always hungry. Quick Brown Fox is always hungry. And like I said, you know, same thing over here. In portrait or in landscape mode, the benefit is this stretches out all the way across the 4.5-inch display, and this is the gingerbread keyboard. You can see Samsung's keypad and swipe pre-installed on the sucker as well. But all in all, transition effects pretty speedy, but with both of these, you get a nice layout, at least in the text messaging front, where it is a kind of bubbly, threaded layout, if you will, as opposed to older style devices that do it a little bit differently. So you get a threaded layout over here on both of these. Let's take a look at web. And this is one of AT&T's 4G LTE devices. This supports 4G as well, as you can see, but it supports kind of halfway between, kind of 3.5G, if you will. It supports HSPA Plus up to 14.4 megabits per second. So we can come back in here, actually, to Internet Explorer, and we'll load up PhoneDog. And actually, that's already loading, so we're going to do that. And then let's see here. And we'll load up PhoneDog.com over here. Now, this one, like, apparently it's doing it right now. Oh, force close. Let's see here. PhoneDog.com, and come on, Android. PhoneDog.com, not PhoneDove. Try it one more time. PhoneDog.com. And we'll wait for that to load up. Now you can see it. It goes back to HSPA Plus when LTE is not available. It kicks back over to HSPA Plus. So it's running right now on the same network that, or the same technology that the Titan runs on. But you can see pinch to zoom, incredibly responsive over here. Very, very fast. No flash support over here, so you're not seeing the advertisements or anything that's flash capable on any web page. But take a look at how quick the transitions are and how fluid they are on Windows Phone. Really good job here, and you'll see some improvements in Mango where the bar has been moved to the bottom part of the screen, and this just keeps getting force close messages. And then over here you can see incredibly easy pinch to zoom performance over here. Very, very fast with little to no lag. And when you want to open a second page, come back over here and just hit tabs, and you can see PhoneDog's right there, and pick up another one where I left off. And then over here, pinch to zoom, relatively responsive as well, nice and fluid when you're not getting force close messages. A little bit of checkerboarding, but you do get flash support over here. And yes, I realize flash is going away, but you still get it for right now on your mobile. So second page loading up. Apparently FedEx was really embarrassed by that awful delivery. They should, because they threw a package over a fence. I mean, come on, FedEx, seriously? And that's my plug to FedEx for the day. But anyway, you can see over here, back to PhoneDog, and pinch to zoom is easy to use.